Good morning, afternoon, or evening, whichever it may be for you now. It's me, your boy, your pal, and your dungeon master, Paul. I'm bringing to you this little something or another as a sort of special bonus. I'd originally intended to put a full-blown recap of Make Believe Heroes, sort of like catching you up before the big finale episodes, which begin in 2 days for everyone. On January 27th, Monday, you will have episode 32, which we have titled The End, Part 1. I'm expecting this to be one of 4 finale episodes, not including a 5th epilogue, which will come hopefully before too long after that. But today what I have somewhat of a recap. I thought about mixing together just tons of clips from the whole season. That turned out to be a much bigger job than I had anticipated. It was going to take longer than a normal edit to get that together and it to be even worth listening to. So instead, I had an idea and I did this thing. So what you have here is you have a recap that in no way encompasses everything or even every important detail from the last 4.5 seasons of MBH. But it does give a picture of the story building up to the finales, which we are beginning in 2 days. So this is about a half-ish hour special episode type recap thing. I almost think of it like if you watch anime much, sometimes you'll get a random anime episode where there's a recap catching you up. It's kind of like that. So if you're interested in revisiting some major moments from seasons 1 through 4 and part of 5, or maybe if you just have forgotten a few things, or if you just love our show, want to check this out, please enjoy this special recap. I posted a schedule for what is expected to be the release dates for the rest of season 5. It's on our Patreon. It's available to everyone, not just Patreon members. There will be a link to that in the show notes here. Feel free to go check that out for more information. Thanks for sticking around. We love you guys. See you again very soon. A warm glow of firelight illuminates the table. A dark figure warms his hands, sipping lightly from a tall, clean glass. He swirls it, red wine, before taking a taste. He rests the glass on the oak table, turning away from the fire. Then he leans forward slightly, his purple eyes gleaming in the dim light. Legend says that long ago, in the days before, there was a tree. But not just any old tree. It is said that this tree had golden leaves like the sun, and it was tucked away secretly in a place where only the gods could find it. A private grove of the goddess Otonia. A beautiful little place it was, or so the legends say. Of course, there was much more to that little grove than beauty. You see, that quaint little place was devised by the gods for hiding something vitally important and something incredibly dangerous. For that golden tree held within its precious bark the black, beating heart of a mad god. One called Kroomtard, the Crooked Father. But alas, we're getting a bit ahead of ourselves, aren't we? The grove, the tree, and the stone became the sole focus of an adventure. Truly, it was one of those sorts of adventures. A ragtag group of unlikely allies coming together to journey across the lands of Monumi, fated to save the world. Or so they believed. And that belief brought them together, in spite of their polarizing differences, and brought them at last to the Grove of Otonia. What happened? What happened when they found the grove? Well, there are many stories, but the truth is somewhat lost to history. If only there was a way to go back and revisit those heroes, to re-experience their adventures for ourselves. Anyways, with 2 of their number dead, the 3 surviving heroes of that party of adventurers departed from the grove, stepping out into their own parts in fate.
Jim, it's been a long time since I've done anything like this. I just sort of let the druids do their own thing down there, you know? But if you're going to go, you're going to, so to speak, be my, I don't know, what's the word?
Paladin?
No, that's Paylor's whole deal. I don't know. I've never really liked that word. Let's just say, like, champion.
Champion.
That sounds dramatic and cool.
I will take on this mantle and do my best to live up to the title of champion, Matonia.
Great. So, let's get started.
Let's.
So first, I think we're going to need to get you some friends.
As the legends continue, those heroes fade from history for a time, and in their place 4 new adventurers raised their heads, this time within the circular walls of Branshire. These 4 once again found themselves in the clutches of fate, but with a twist. The friendly benefactor who set them on their path turned out to be none other than the sun god himself. That's Paylor, if you didn't know. Of course, they didn't know. Nor did they know that their path would lead them to face off against a wicked mayor named Braxton Tarek, who had aligned himself with a dark group calling themselves the Unchained, whose determination was to restore that black heart to the Crooked Father and bring Monumi back to days of chaos and destruction. But Tarek's attempt to destroy Paylor would fall short, as he was struck down by the final blow of the mighty half-orc Kjorg, the people's champion.
Kjorg.
In the final contest against Braxton Tarek, you showed your worth not only in strength, but in heart. You fought to the last, and you reigned victorious over Braxton Tarek, whose power even I couldn't see. Kjorg, I am looking for a champion. Someone who will go forth, and the day may even come that you will need to stand with me in battle against the Crooked God. Are you willing to take this mantle, Kjorg?
Did you say you're looking for a champion?
I did.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh. 'Cause I'm the people's champion!
Yes, you are, Kjorg, and I would like for you to be Paylor's champion. Will you accept this?
Of course.
He reaches down and he places a hand on your shoulder, Kjorg, and you feel a similar warmth, the warmth of his power just flow through your veins. And it's similar to the way it felt when you wielded that mace and struck the final blow against Braxton Tarek. And you feel strength like you've never felt. It's just welling up inside of you, and it almost feels like it's going to just burst forth, but it doesn't.
I've given you my blessing, Kjorg, and when you go forth, know that in times of great need, my power will rise up within you, for you are my champion.
What kind of power?
You'll just have to wait and see.
While one of these heroes was taken from her place by the hands of evil, the other 3 were sent across the world with a message. The Unchained are coming. They seek to destroy the gods on their days of power, and what was chained must never be unleashed. Well, that is until one of those heroes who'd lost a dear friend in the grove decided to kidnap 2 of our new heroes from Branshire, sacrificing one of them and dragging them down to the 9 hells in search of his friend's lost soul. You know, that old jaunt.
I draw my sword and say, "Open the hells."
This is a mistake.
Fine. What do you want us to do, Char? Where do you want me to stand? I'm ready.
Saul lights a cigar and, hey, Misk,
Yeah,
you want one before we go home?
I definitely want one. I really, I haven't seen Father in a long time.
Saul reaches over and takes Misk's hand.
Sorry, no touching.
Don't touch her.
Well, maybe he does, and then he lets go real quick.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
There's a smaller circle in the center for Saul to stand in.
Saul, you get there.
We're gonna circle around you.
He stands in it smoking with his arms crossed. Well, I guess I'll see you in hell.
Or not.
Char cracks just a half smile. I suppose you shall at that.
I'm here, brother.
Don't trust anyone.
So I have that ceremonial dagger. I'll walk up. I'll look Saul in the eyes and say, "See you in hell." Stab him in the chest.
What? Saul!
Saul laughs and shrieks.
You stab him right in the chest. You bury a knife in his chest.
To the hilt.
Saul, you look down and you see this knife buried in your chest to the hilt. Then the room goes weird. You all hear a sound like a deep humming. And now you realize that you've been hearing this sound ever since you stepped into the room. But now it's cacophonous. It's deafening. You hear a crack like thunder. The moment that Misk screams your name, Saul, this lightning just strikes down and connects with the hilt of the dagger in your chest.
Char, what are you doing to him?
What's gotta be done?
In that moment, Saul, you're illuminated in a piercing white light that's outlined in both black and red. The room spins, spiraling down like a drain, and suddenly you all feel very, very heavy, as if you're being dragged downward. And that's when you realize you're being pulled very far downward. Everything outside of the circle has gone pitch black, utter darkness. Saul, you feel the room spinning, the lightning burning your chest. You feel as your whole body is burning from head to toe. And you notice a familiar sensation, one you felt before. You feel your life force leaving you.
Are you killing Saul? Like, this is not an option.
As Saul screams, the lightning surging through the knife in his chest, his scream abruptly cuts off. And so does the light. You all fall to the floor in a very dark, hot room. And Saul is gone.
But as fate would have it, you recall that black heart of the crooked god that was in the golden tree? Well, it was taken from there by the undead form of a headless black dragon, which then crawled its way down into the nine hells. Fascinating, isn't it? And whilst there, it slowly corrupted the inhabitants of the lower planes in an attempt to raise up an army of devils, resurrecting the black Dracon Kelly in the process. But since our tiefling heroes, Saul and Misk, were there, the Unchained, or Forsaken, as they were called down there, were defeated, as the carriers of light fought back the darkness, piercing the crooked heart in the process. It's a great story, really. One with some twists and turns, ups and downs, and a mostly happy ending. Well, with one particularly glaring exception. While the tiefling Saul was whisked off to the hells, time moved a little more quickly topside than down there. And, well,
You step through the gate. There is a blinding white light and a flash of heat across your skin. There's a sense of rising and then flying upward. It's the opposite of what you felt when you first came to the Hells back when Char stabbed you in the chest. You're rushing upward, rushing, and then you suddenly break free and you stumble forward onto hard ground, falling onto your hands and knees. For a moment, you're disoriented, Saul, trying to sort of gather yourself, take in your surroundings. And then you notice something. Your hands are freezing cold.
Oh no.
The wind is rushing around you. You push yourself up off the ground, which is covered in a thick blanket of snow. You look around you, you don't see anyone.
Saul stands up and smells the air. Does it stink?
It stinks. You stand, your eyes adjusting to the light, and you look around, and what you see is an ocean of trees. But all of the leaves are gone off of all of the trees. They're barren. There's nothing but icy winds and hefts of snow. You have finally arrived. You're in Fallen Grove. But you're too late.
too late indeed. In his absence, the he was revealed. The same he that the Black Dragon had spoken of with our friend Kellen. He was none other than Sebastian Blackfire, the governor of Brightport, the wealthiest city in all of Monui, and, as it turns out, the forgotten lost son of the crooked god. As the wheels of fate turned, Sol and Misk trapped in the hills, what heroes remained tried to stand against the Unchained during the autumnal equinox. But Blackfire took all the world by surprise when he struck down Otonia, the goddess of autumn herself, with a spear crafted of metal from the crooked god's prison. And in doing so, he effectively eradicated Fallen Grove in the process.
Skittering onto the wall like some hellish arachnid, he swipes her free from the branches with a terrible clawed hand. He leaps down again onto the floor beneath, holding her up to his elongated face. His great, toothy maw grins as she looks up at him, weakly, drained.
Let us be done with this,
He says, holding up the spear in one of his right hands.
for Kumtat, father of the gods, king of chaos, master of all realms, I sacrifice this daughter of creation. Let her chain be broken, her kingdom turned to ash. What was chained will be unleashed.
As the tree around him is falling, broken, and every soul flees, he lifts the spear and then drives it down between the bright orange eyes of Otonia. Not a sound escapes her as the spear pierces her forehead. Her murderer releases her, falling back with his arms open. She levitates in place for a few moments, her eyes wide, suspended between life and death. Then blinding orange light bleeds out from around the blade, spreading as her skin cracks down from the weapon all across her body. And then
So, like I said, mostly happy. But you know what I always say? You can't keep a good champion down. And thus, Kjorg, the people's champion, finally made his way north toward Dwarfholm. While the world prepared for the great, valorous contest, the Gauntlet of the Moon, Kjorg and his newfound party of adventurers set out on a quest of their own to find the white dragon Kilmont and stop the Unchained before they could mess things up in Dimmerhold. Now, it is said that at this time, 2 of the gods had already elected a champion, someone to represent them in the world, one to stand vigilant in the darkest days to come. The first, of course, was Jimalil, who battled against the corrupted Dimvarga and joined himself to Atonia. The second was the people's champion, who became Pelor's champion, and now found himself imbued with divine power as he stood against the dark champion of Blackfire himself, Grond.
What I want to do is pull out Norman's great bow while he's still at a distance. And I want to heat up my special hand.
Oh, baby. You got to heat up that special hand, and you feel the flame, the heat, go into that metal arrow. As the heat comes out of your metal hand into the arrow, you hear a voice.
Aim true, my champion. Pierce through the heart of darkness.
I pull it back and aim for the heart.
Takes 2 hands, pull that metal string back, and it's strong.
28.
The arrow flies from your bow. What is the damage on that? Roll it for me.
So that's 12.
Okay. Plus the fire.
That's 4.
Okay. You notice the head of that arrow glows bright like a light. And here comes some radiant damage.
46.
46 plus everything else you just
else.
rolled. The arrow goes flying toward him as he is barreling towards you. I mean Donkey Kong, King Kong style, barreling towards you, roaring as he's leaping forward through the air like he has been done. But that arrow pierces right through his chest, through his heart, and out his back. And when it does, you see his arms go limp. And he just flies forward and falls face forward into the ground, sliding forward. He is still at your feet. But Dimmerhold was not without its casualties. Many died in the final battle of the Gauntlet, and the Moonlight Sanctuary was in crumbles. But as the champions of the Gauntlet stood tall, one, who admittedly is not so tall, found herself chosen again by destiny, as Joveta, the god of winter, offered her a place as his own champion.
If you agree to become my champion, Mogert, it comes with a great cost. There's little chance that you will ever lead a normal life. You will not be the same. You will not be like your peers. You will become something new entirely. To take on this path means to walk away from the people you love, knowing that it is unlikely that you will ever get to return, and just live with them the way you have in the past. This is not a temporary boon, Mogert. If you become my champion, this will be your life.
That is very hard,
It is.
but I'm afraid if I don't do everything I can and help you and defeat these people, there will be no home to go back to.
If the darkness is not sought, then no, there will be no home for any of us. But the choice is yours. What say you?
He lets go of your hand and he stands up.
She's gonna stand up.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of nervously plays with her braid and kind of stands up and looks around a minute and kind of moves away from the stool, kind of looking out at the door. And then she calls Turtle Rock, "Let's rock." And then she has the Hammer of Winter in her hands.
Mm-hmm.
And she flips them
Right.
where both of the heads go down to the ground
Okay.
with a big thud.
Mhm.
And she goes down on one knee. "I will be your champion, Dervetter."
He's quiet for a minute. And then you look up, and he's not smiling. He's very stoic, which is basically all he is.
So you shall, daughter.
And he reaches his hand forward, and he places it on top of your head. And you feel an icy, cold power leak down from your head into your bones, down your spine.
So you shall.
And then there were three. With the veil lifted, and the world now aware of Blackfire's existence, the free peoples of Monumi came together to prepare for whatever darkness would now await them. The son of the Crooked One, working to set his father free, and his wife, the lovely yet wicked Neftalia, had put herself into play once again in Venthaven, seeking to lead the light astray. A trap set by Dimvarga many years past was finally activated, and it took the combined strength of many heroes to stop the utter destruction of that elven city by the sea. Oh, and I was there, of course, but you don't need to hear more about that. Well, as I understand it, Blackfire attempted to remove Venthaven from the board entirely by trying to flood it with the waters of the sea. But Prevalian, in all her cleverness, pre-chose herself a champion long before this descent into darkness even began. You hear the sound of footsteps approaching in the water, and before you is the most beautiful creature that you have ever seen, Blaze, and the second most beautiful, perhaps, for you, Jim. It is the goddess Prevalian.
My lady.
Blaze, here you are. And Jimmy, I did not expect to see the two of you in such a state so soon. But I'm sorry, I find myself, now that we are here, I find myself hesitant. Will you follow me, Blaze?
Of course, my lady. I will do whatever you wish.
And Jimmy,
Yes.
come with me, and I shall take you to my brothers. We must summon the other champions. It is time for you to learn what it means, truly, to become a champion of the gods, and to receive an Eternus.
She extends a hand toward each of you.
I extend a hand in return.
She meets you in the middle.
Oh, wow.
Jim, when you touch her hand, there is a sort of harmony between the power of Atonia that flows now throughout your entire body, completely in sync, and the different but still familiar power of the goddess Prevalian. Blaze, the moment that your outstretched palm touches hers, not only do you feel your powers intermingling, you feel the strength of the goddess flowing through you, burning like a light, but you also remember everything.
Everything.
The War of Light.
Oh, wow.
You remember the Dracon Kelly battling in the skies for the life of Monumi. You remember the day that the Tower of Prevalian was built in the city of Venthaven.
Whoa.
You remember the day that Governor Elevanre Honorius stood before you in the christening of the tower and made you one of the forming members. of the first elder conclave of your people.
Whoa.
And you remember standing here, taking Pravalian's hand and what she promised you. Now, with the fourth champion revealed, Blaze and Jimalil, bolstered by their newfound god powers, stopped the sea from crushing the city. But the dark machinations of the Unchained did not end there, dear friend, and no, they did not, for Neftalia was revealed. And in her moment of revelation, she struck a blow to the lantern of Pravalian, hoping to destroy the city from within, and along with it the magic of the elves, in one fell stroke. Instead, she was slain, as her own children, Misk and Saul, tried fruitlessly to turn her from her madness.
When you say that, Chris is going to cast a 6th-level lightning bolt at her.
Oh my god.
And we're also holding her.
They are.
But you don't know us.
You don't.
It's a Dex 17.
And she doesn't have any reactions because Joseph took them.
We're getting blasted.
Miss just got a 2.
So y'all three not saving. So go ahead and roll me the damage.
46.
Please, Mom. Don't. Please don't.
Why didn't you just listen to us?
I am going to my God.
We could have been together.
We will be.
And she hears the crackling of lightning.
Mom?
We will be together
Saul's.
soon.
I can't do anything, Saul.
I'll heal her. It'll be okay.
And I'm just gonna hold on to her as he's trying to heal her.
Yeah, his hand starts glowing. He's gonna heal her.
For Roberto.
A bolt of lightning strikes through the three of you. Saul, you feel consciousness slip away. As the lightning strikes through all three of you, Misk, you feel the burning power of this energy just coursing through you. The power of the lantern is also spreading out and striking everyone around. Many of you are on the ground. Who didn't? Chris and Meg? Chris and Meg were up. You see Misk as your eyes kind of regain focus. You see Saul unconscious, and you see your mother, her eyes open and empty.
What I would have you do.
She sits down on the edge of the couch, places a hand over her eyes.
It's drawing me.
She looks again at the two of you.
I love you. Both of you. What I would have you do is join me, and we would conquer this realm and all those who live within it. We would revel in the power of our God, and we would be great, mighty, dark lords. But I have never chosen your paths for you. That was always your father's desire, but never mine. I want you to follow your paths. Now I see that our paths are divergent. I will follow my beloved, for I have sworn my fealty to him, and I love him. If you choose to go against that, against him, against me, well...
And she rubs her hands, her fingers through her own hair.
I'm dead. But if you choose to go against my path, then my son...
She says, looking at you, Saul.
My daughter.
She says, looking at Misk.
I look up at her, teary-eyed.
That is your choice to make. And even if we are enemies, in a sense, I will always be your mother. And I will always love you.
I love you too.
It's a lot. I know. Again, if only there was a record somewhere of these adventures. But for now, my little summary will have to do. For you see,
The story has not yet received its ending. Yes, that's right. There is more to come. Right now, as we speak, the final defenses of Monumi have been set. Destiny is balanced on a knife's edge, and it is not yet clear whether Monumi will overcome its darkest foe, or if it will succumb to the mad reign of Kroomtod and the Black Fire. The shade stands up, straightening his robes. He lifts his wine glass to his lips, draining its remains in one swift drink. Taking the long black cane in his hand, he walks toward the swinging door exit of the barley barrel. And who knows? Perhaps there is some small part left for me to play. Or, now that I know the rest of the story, perhaps it's time for me to just move on. I suppose you'll all find out soon enough. He walks across the floor, straight toward the exit. As he reaches the swinging doors of the barrel, he pauses for just a moment, glancing back. His blue eyes glow in the dark as he winks, then steps out. The doors swing behind him as he passes into the dark night. The light of the fire illuminates a tavern devoid of people. Not a single soul is present for his tale. And as the warm fire of the hearth burns low, the quietness of the great empty inn sits heavy on the air. Then, from outside the door, the call of a raven and the fluttering of wings.